kind of buddy here. We'll see if it's going to be them in tandem for the offlane from here on out or not. But here we go, gentlemen. It's going to be game number 3, the final game in this series. Winner to move on and guarantee at least a spot in the Seattle. The loser going to the lower bracket. And, well, it's going to be myself, Cuddle Guy, and Cinder, and bringing you the coverage here. And I got to tell you, I do like the Spirit Breaker grab. It provides that necessary vision on someone like a Weaver when he's trying to make his slippery escape. Plus, it makes that extra bit of global initiation. And when he charges across the map, you get the setup with the relocate coming in, whether he decides to bring the gyrocopter with him or not. We'll have to see if it's going to be enough to kind of be that enforcer in the game. And also, of course, I'm very curious for Na'Vi and this Winter Wyvern and how they're going to decide to play it. I mean, it is Sonneiko who's picking it up again. And like I was saying before, he likes to play it pretty damn aggressive, almost similar in the sense of like how they like to play their Night Stalker. He just seems to be in the mid lane when necessary and kind of just all over the place. And last time he got a successful courier pick, so I'm curious to see if he's going to just be lingering like he loves to do.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting laning stage, I think. This seems like, if you look at both drafts, do you know what I mean when I say this game looks like it could be really volatile? It just seems like, you know, shit's going to go down as Funnick actually manages to steal this top rune. That is a really, really good start for Na'Vi, getting both runes, denying it from the Wisp so he doesn't get the fast bottle. Off to a nice head start. Of course, Boogie will be getting it from passive gold in 40 seconds, so not the end of the world, but definitely a big boost, especially for Funnick with this early game.
And they're bringing the trees, so they're probably going to be doing some jungle backing here.
For Nymphy for sure. That's also the right thing to do.
Absolutely. Now, Nymphy back in the mid lane here, and on a comfortable hero Shadow Fiend. And there's Sonneiko suddenly. He's trying to add up the aggression, but it looks like maybe it's something Foreigners anticipate, and they're going to be keeping the Wisp nearby just in case. So almost a bit of dual-on-dual action here. And we already seen what Denny can do when he gets advantage. But that means Trixie's going to be stuck at his own here. And he's trying to, man fight onto him. But he's going to get hit pretty damn hard. And it sounds like he's going to be using his salve already. So now just stuck down to 3 tangos. Disruptor just trying his best to keep this Spirit Breaker back in that bay.
Yeah, this one little rotation from the Wisp mid actually turns out to be really, really important, as it allows the Shadow Fiend to get a couple of last hits and will of course start snowballing fairly quickly with that little bit of damage, as he would have been forced out of lane almost at level 1. He is finding a bit. Dendy's doing well as well. Taking some hits here though.
Because that bottle's delayed a little bit, you have to wait it out for the quarter. At least this way, he'll be already in the mid lane because Shadow Fiend's probably going to be getting something early on. That way they can just make it for both of them in that one trip here. And it's not going to be too easy to kind of stop Funnick from, getting a part of that XP in the early on. For now, the CS gain is not too significant. Both offlaners not getting a whole lot better. So Nico, again, waiting for that ball to be coming in. But look at this. Dendy is going to be getting the first blood this game. Just charges up into the high ground, lands off the lightning storm right at the end, and he's going to be the one to strike first. But here comes Trixie from the bottom lane. But does he really want to get involved with this? He gets caught with the split earth thereafter. Well, if the confidence is there for Dendy or not playing this hero, I'd have to say it's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, great first kill for him. Shadow Fiend is not one of the heroes that suffers the most from getting first blooded, as you usually have a little bit of a comeback mechanism.
Good.
Yeah, great first kill for him. Shadow Fiend is not one of the heroes that suffers the most from getting first blooded, as you usually have a little bit of a comeback mechanism in the jungle, but it's going to make Dendy pressure him that much more in the lane until he hits level 5, at which point you just raise out the lane very easily, rotate and take a jungle camp and just rinse and repeat. But Dendy getting the first blood, good for him. It's his bottle as well, which else could have been a little bit late. He'll still get it around minute 2, easily using it up all 3 charges and sending it back to base.
And Sonneiko gets an invis and right back to behind the tier 1. Obviously probably looking to get a bit of intel. If he goes to the jungle, he'll see where the stacks are and figure out what the hell this Wisp is doing. And no, he's going to turn all the way around the corner here. They can get another pick on the Shadow Fiend. Pretty devastating. There it is. Leads off with the slow. He's one of the Winter Wyverns that love to utilize this. Now the help does come in as they get the Boogie. Wisp, are they going to be able to finish him off? Splinter shot does the damage. He's barely holding on at this point, but he will end up going down. Back-to-back takedown. Sonneiko brought to the ground now, crawling his way. Can he make it up and away from here? It does not look like it. But Teleman rotating on in, going to get the extra little boost from the tether move speed, but there's the rocket barrage to finish him off. And man, Sonneiko plays this Winter Wyvern in such an aggressive way. It's already working very well.
I actually think Shadow Fiend would have lived there if he didn't try to turn for the raise. I think he had him fogged entirely, but because he tries to turn around and land that, he ends up standing right inside the vision of the Wyvern. Of course, if the raise lands, it's a trade, but Sonneiko would have still got the kill first, so maybe a little bit of a mistake there. It's also super hard to make the call in that moment regardless, and as you said, he is super aggressive on that Wyvern. This time it definitely pays off for Na'Vi.
Charge out in the top lane, obviously going to be canceled out, but the Spirit Breaker not looking to plant himself in the off lane here, so that means a free, easy, breezy time in the bottom for Havost on his Weaver. Disruptor doesn't really have anything he has to worry about as far as zoning back.
Top lane, Sand King.
Here we go. There's the continuation of that charge. This time he is going to fall through with it, but it's going to be an easy burrow strike to step away from that pressure line, not able to get there in time to kind of add the additional bit of lockdown. Sonic makes it out alive, and he picks up some green booties for himself.
Tranquil in the mid lane. Shadow Fiend, even after being ganked, still looking good on CS. Pretty even with Dendy here, who puts out a lot of pressure though. Wisp's going to use the haste rune as well as bottling up Nymphy, so Dendy just trying to put whatever pressure as possible, force them to use their regen so they can't use it aggressively, but have to play it a little more passive as Wisp will use the haste rune to go and stack the jungle again. Dendy just landing every single split earth, very nicely played. I think he's missed one, actually.
That's ridiculous. It's a split
one out of like 5 or 6.
I mean, this is an ability that's not easy to land on its own. I mean, I know I'm not the best. When I play the hero, I feel like he has to do a whole freaking chant before the thing even lands, so he's making it look like it's just like a vengeful spirit stuff, almost reliable at this point. So with that, here they go, adding the aggression on the bottom lane. Spirit Breaker in a bit of trouble. Gonna get slowed down now from the Wyvern, but he's already made it towards that tier 1, but not before eating a lot of hefty damage. Sonneiko just gonna look to build up his own bit of mana. Continuous in his aggression from across the board here. It's Havost who profits a lot. Is he gonna look to just charge forward with the Midas build up on this Weaver if he's feeling extra greedy?
I think so. Well, that's definitely what he's going to do. He would have bought the treads by now. Boogie's going to get caught out. I'm not sure what he was hoping to do with that smoke. I guess he's trying to sneak in a ward to prevent Sand King from getting some catch-up in the jungle. But Sonneiko in the right place at the right time, stopping him here from making his advance.
Yeah, if he's able to smoke in, he probably knows the Sand King's going to have stacks there for him. Maybe best case scenario, he goes in there with the Shadow King, let's say, and steals it for himself, but that's not happening. Funnick was already there. He already farmed up a couple of them, I believe, but here we go. It's Na'Vi using their smoke. Now heading towards
this is going to be a big
and
fight.
They're good looking for a 6-minute room, but they're going to get the bump on it. There's the strike. It looks like they're going to be able to bring down the Spirit Breaker here, but look at the big rocket barrage damage. Going for our style, they're going to be able to bring them down, but at the same moment, they also get the Wisp. Still very low. Trixie trying to walk away from this one. Matamaman able to walk away with the double kill, but also losing the Spirit Breaker on the other side. Big catch there with the Earth Spike, making a call down, and suddenly it's a triple kill for Matamaman. A huge fight to lead things off, and it's the Gyrocopter who gets the most out of it.
He gets the most. He easily had the most damage done in that fight as well, I think. Just that rocket barrage, as you said, when he came in, did so much damage. Both teams with the same idea there. They really wanted to fight over that rune. Now top lane, maybe Artstyle's in trouble. There's no rocket barrage mana, though, and he might be able... No, he's not getting out of that. Very close, though.
And that's another kill from Matamaman.
Has all 5 kills on the Dire. That's got to be worrying Na'Vi at this point. How strong this Gyro must be getting. They still have a farm lead on Kvothe in terms of raw last hits, but net worth easily favoring. So you're going to see the charge come in here onto Artstyle. They will actually tether in, and Boogie almost going to die immediately from this. As the glimpse sends Nymphy away, they just didn't have the burst.
It's just easy. Matamaman just comes in, and he just makes work of those supports on the back. And after he's able to clean them up, he's able to join the rest of his group in being able to finish off Funnick here. And it's a good catch with the Earth Spike, and that means the call down is just, you know, the cherry on top at that point. So it's Na'Vi falling a bit behind here, as Havost does have all the free farm he wants in the bottom lane. It's Gyrocopter who's farming kills instead. But as you see, it's just Trixie here hiding in the trees. And he'll be able to soak up the free XP. Sonneiko, like, where the hell's that Spirit Breaker?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Wait it out here for now. They're going to be building up some stacks on the side, farming it about. Obviously, Havost already has his Midas, so continue to farm up first.
And something that's important to look at now is hero levels. If you compare the support levels on both sides, the Lion actually level 5, almost 6 already for the Dire side. Wisp level 4 compared to the 3 and 4 on Wyvern and Disruptor. However, Spirit Breaker only level 4 to 7 of Sand King. So some interesting discrepancies here, which I guess overall might favor Na'Vi because Sand King at level 7 is really powerful. However, don't disregard the importance of course, getting a fast Finger of Death, setting up some very key kills. Can pretty much, he can almost pick which hero he wants to kill at this point. Almost all of them die to Earthspike Finger alone. Just needs a little bit of backup.
Yeah, the level 6s are very big on 4 anchors. You already talked about the Finger, then the Relocate could come together, and once the charge goes out, they'll be able to be at any part of the map in a moment's notice to kind of get any sort of easy setup. Now they're charging, they're go on
There's the Prophecy. Oh, they don't get him though!
No, he's
Dyer's
able
bottom
to
tower
and
is
get
under
the hell
attack.
away. So close yet so far. The Weaver will live on.
That is so important.
Oh,
and they might even get a turnaround now too.
Burrows back, Burrows there. They have the kinetic field. Trixie actually manning up, charging on forward here, and he'll also be able to get away. Both sides coming up short on trying to finish what they started. Oh man,
and that's a big win for Na'Vi though. First Finger wasted.
Yeah.
Instead of killing their position 1 hero. These are the kind of things where it's like, well, it's just 1 kill, but these mistakes really add up. This could... It's basically more than 1,000 gold swing probably, not getting that kill. You don't get the gold for killing the Weaver. Weaver isn't off the map and needs to play passively instead of just going straight back to lane and just starting to farm again. Big implications on the game that this mistake happens.
There's a charge coming. Trixie heading in from the mid lane here. Is there going to be the follow-up? They're already commit the raises to farming instead, so this should be a cancel charge? Yeah, it will be. They step back, and hey, at least it forces out the split earth, but he might have been just using the creeps regardless. So we'll see here. As you said, the Finger coming up short, but where's Funnick at as far as his farm? He was able to work through the jungle. He's already level 7. He's making decent time on getting a hold of this Blink Dagger. I imagine he's going to be looking to put it to good use the second he grabs it. Not too far off.
Yeah, he's probably going to be skilling Epicenter on his next level up. He got it right now.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, level 8, 3-4-0-1 build, very standard. And there's even another stack for him here. So that is going to be the Blink Dagger. All down.
All down there, but Trixie's able to make it back in a way. This is the rotation from Dendy towards the top lane, and they're not going to be able to do anything with it. Matamaman was able to finish off that drum. We already talked about there's the Blink Dagger now picked up for Phonic at this point, so we'll see if he looks to get going right away. As far as currency use, it looks like he will be. There's going to be the smoke. But that Finger still needs 30 seconds here. Lion heading right towards the bottom. He's en route here. Is he going to cross paths with Artstyle? No. Instead, moving in. And just going to be actually moving on a Bart. Actually, it's bottom lane where the charge will be canceled. So, bit of a hiccup all over the place right here. Might be a bit calm here for 4 anchors until this relocate comes together. But I don't know. Is it going to be really easy for him to try to set up any sort of relocate in this game? I mean... And even at that point, is it worth taking either the Shadow Fiend or Gyrocopter with you on an engagement? I mean, it feels like it's very valuable to them to try to take Havost at this time. They already came up short once, but we'll see if that's going to be put on hold. Here comes Phonic. He smoked to get himself in this kind of a position, and Nemphy's walking right towards him. And he's just like, yeah, see it.
That's actually, that's a pretty big mistake in my opinion from Phonic, because now he showed his blink for nothing. And when he sees Shadow Fiend coming up, if he's like, okay, this is not a play, he should either blink the opposite way or run away. His art style is mega dead. The bottom lane looking for level 6, gets charged, and quick and easy kill. Finger available again, by the way. Let's keep an eye out for Valix in the coming minute, as he is definitely going to be looking to put that on cooldown as soon as possible for a key kill.
Bottom tower
closest target, Havost here. And we'll see if that opportunity shows itself.
Pretty easy flank play as well, actually. Now it's gone, though. Yeah, they would have needed to predict that he was going to the lane there.
There was a rotation in here from Sonneiko. Since that early aggression, haven't seen a lot from your Winter Wyvern yet. What level is he at? He's only level 6, actually almost level 7, so he does have Curse.
Oh, Trixie's in a very good position.
Yeah.
If there's any backup.
They could get this Wyvern here. Going with a 1-3-1 build-up on him. But really that's all you need. Well, looks like they waited about. They're going to commit a lot here. Na'Vi will on this bottom lane. Phonic is nearby. As you said, they already know that he has the Blink Dagger. So here comes the charge. Possibly Havost. But they have Wyvern nearby, so Brace could help out. This is not going to come easy, really. So it looks like there's not going to be any sort of opportunity. They'll pull back in a way. Funnick continues to kind of farm on up. And, well, looks like they just kind of double back. Nothing too crazy. Mech build-up, obviously great. You got the Wisp on your team, so doubles up the bit of regen with whoever he's tethered with. Grudon. Tama Man looks like he's going to go, I don't know, probably just straight Sage at this point. Is it an SMY kind of a game? I don't think he's going to put a lot of value into getting an early BKB at this point.
I would get BKB for sure against this rating lineup. I think getting Sanjin is a big mistake. Navi's lineup is 90% magic damage right now. The only physical they have is Weaver's Geminate attack and a little bit of maybe the Swarm, but that is definitely the item I would be looking at here if I'm the Gyro. Especially when you do the drum build up first. If you go drum, Sanjin Yasha, those really big teamfight items just get delayed too much, I think. I am, however, known for not being a fan of Sanjin Yasha, so I'm not the right guy to ask. I'll generally speak against Sanjin Yasha.
No, I could see your point in this case. We'll see, though, if he is personally a fan of Sanjin Yasha or not. So
I would say, though, you need to be a pretty big fan of it to get it here.
Well, there's a call down out. This one right on top of it. Funnick might be. They do force him out from the Sandstorm. He's going to decide to go for the burrow here on the Boogie. And that means the follow with the status from Kinetic Field. Your Wisp will be popped here, and he will go down. And the setback both lives, but the tournament fights on. There's going to be the help coming out from the Wyvern. They're going to get the curse onto the Solar Gyrocopter. Hiboscus here looks to move on in. Help the Swarm, but here's the rest of 4 Acres. Trixie kind of blocks him off from the front, but when the dust does settle, only the Wisp goes down here. But now with the help, they get some bottle charges on the Funnick. Funnick still has his Epi, and he is going to put himself in that kind of position where he could charge something up. If 4 Anchors try to defend this tower, they would be in trouble. But it looks like they're onto it, so they're going to have to sack the tower. Looks like they're going to get what they want here, and they'll just have to walk away. So
yeah, they make the right decision not trying to hold that. Pretty surprised with how aggressively they tried to play that on the Sand King. They didn't even have kill potential, to be honest. When they used the call down, it's just to farm. Wisp didn't need to go in there, and they end up losing one hero. It did cost Na'Vi, of course, the Static Storm, and the glimpse there really key from art style, because else that probably results in some sort of a trade, and who knows what way that would go. All right, he's a big Sanjin Yasha fan.
In all fairness, I could see where you're coming with the BKB, so we'll have to see if he ends up regretting that kind of pick or not. But here comes the bump. Get the Lesh back, and now as Trixie walks away, he walks into a Funnick Burrow Strike, and that means there's going to be a follow-up from your Dendi. Lesh makes for an easy grab onto the Spirit Breaker, but on the other side, Tama Man charging on in. Wisp is actually going to grab up the DD and bottle it for himself, and here's Na'Vi in the mid lane. They're going to go ahead and ascend into the high ground here. It's a company of 4. And go for the tier 1. They still have their ultimates ready to go here. And there's going to be the early preemptive blip coming up from 4 Acres. So
this is a very important moment. This could go really wrong for either team. If Navi's initiate isn't good, they're going to get destroyed by Call Down and Requiem. On the other hand, if they get a good jump, they can maybe kill 2 core heroes immediately with the Epicenter. This is easily the most important moment in the game so far.
Well, there goes the early rocket. This call down looks to be scouting up the trees, maybe thinking Funnick is going to be there waiting with an Epi. But what a glimpse back! It's going to catch an Epi. Wisp goes in, but he's going to get caught with the curse as well. That's an easy 2-man takedown. Make it 3 with the Lion going to be dropped. Oh, huge fight, you said. Well, this one is going to be going to Na'Vi at this rate. They wipe out 3. Trixie now out on his own, going to get snapped from the Lightning Storm of Dendi. Make it 4 now. Oh, this is looking a bit like a run back in the last game, Cinderin. And with that big fight in the mid lane, from the Lightning Storm of Dendi, make it 4 now. Oh, this is looking a bit like a run back in the last game, Cinderin. And with that big fight in the mid lane, they'll be able to claim this tier 1 mid lane, and the biggest advantage in this game thus far. Didn't even cost them an Epicenter or anything.
I thought for sure that Boogie was going to try to relocate out the Shadow Fiend the moment this glimpse comes. So if you look at it right here, Wisp is level 6, standing off to the right. Relocate could be cast right now as he tethers in, but he just takes the tether and overcharge. He's going to jump into the silence of the Static Storm, and because of that can't use the relocate. Funnick gets a really good jump, 3 very quick kills, and then perfect cold embrace from Sonneiko on what would have been at least the 1-kill trade for us he could have hoped for there. And Na'Vi just executed that very, very well.
Yeah, and thought they do force that extra blinking from behind, catching. But okay, here comes that first relocate, really, of the game as they're able to finish off Funnick. You gotta remember the last fight, the call that wasn't available. He used it to try to scout out where the Sand King was, and I guess Na'Vi saw that, and they knew that it was going to be their time without that available. Now, looks like Wisp is going to take his little lion friend back from whence they came. So a nice little soul pick on the Sand King, but pales in comparison to really what Na'Vi got out of that mid lane. So with that, Dendi now has his Bloodstone again early.
Is under attack.
And, well, we'll have to see. 4 Acres, pressure on them to make their comeback. They go on the tier 1 top. They make that big fight mid, get the tier 1 mid. Now it looks like bottom is going to be next on the docket.
Radiant's top
One thing you need to consider as far as net worth goes is that Sand King is just getting way more than the Spirit Breaker, and he can look to go for some luxury items that can make a very big difference. Force Staff is almost completed for Funnick as Trixie is showing off his Gloves of Haste right now, minute 19 on the Spirit Breaker. Pretty much has absolutely nothing to show for himself right now. And look over the Na'Vi side. Sand King can keep farming. It's one of the advantages of this hero, and Na'Vi really got away with it in the laning stage without getting punished too hard with the setup they did. Funnick's Force Staff is now going to be purchased, along with probably a TP Scroll to get himself ready for another fight.
When is the right time to pull out something like this offlane Sand King? We haven't seen it a whole lot in this qualifier. It really made a strong, I don't want to say its debut, but the first time I remember being really impressed was, I believe, Star Ladder Season 11 Empire, and Yoki in particular pulled it out, and it was awesome. But, you know, other than that, through this qualifier, we don't see it enough. What kind of game sets up for a really good kind of offlane Sand King? You know,
if the enemy supports aren't very strong, you can zone the other easily, or if you have good dual lane / rotation possibilities, it can definitely work. As I'm hearing it.
Oh, there it is. Speaking of that Sand King, he gets a big epi onto the mid lane. Boogie trying to help him out, but again, he might have brought himself into trouble. Now, they don't need to go back Boogie, so they're going to try to set up a secondary kill on the Valak. That kill won't be there, but they do secure the one onto Boogie, so it's a 2-man drop. Na'Vi again finding the opportunity. Look at this, Hibos doing Hibos things, looking to come in from behind, pops his own BKB. Can he get the sweep up kill onto your Lion? Yes, he can. Now the bump back from the Nether Strike comes out, but obviously he's not going to be doing a whole lot. All the meanwhile, your Dendi, Leshrek pushing on in with the Edict. Looks like it could be for a tier 2 takedown. Glyph is going to be popped. All the meanwhile, looks like Nemphy is going to be able to get the tier 1 for Anchors in the top lane, but obviously it's Na'Vi continuing to get a lot more. 3 kills was in tier 2. This is looking like another game where Na'Vi potentially could be running away with this. We'll have to see. 4 Anchors are going to be able to make the fight back. You got to remember at the start of this game, what was it? Matama getting 4 or 5 kills right off the bat. It was looking really good, but all of a sudden, one big team fight towards the mid lane of Na'Vi, and they continue to hold the power curve.
I think they're just misreading the situation for ASC as well. Nemphy is going for the BKB on the Shadow Fiend as he should. This Sanj on the Gyro is, in my opinion, once again, I am biased against that item. I really do not agree, especially in this game. I feel like there are some games where I'm like, I don't know. I'm feeling very confident this time around that he should just flat out have gone for a BKB, which he actually could have pretty much had by now, and then they could have been looking to take a team fight. But now with this Sanj as well as Morbid Mask, he's just going to get control, it feels like. Any sort of stun can land. He can get caught in the Static Storm. And once again, Na'Vi with a BKB on Hlost, he's not scared of anything. He's just going to run in and start dealing. And that's the kind of play Matumba Man could have been looking to make had he gone for that item build.
That BKB now complete on your Shadow Fiend. It looked like Funnick on a Sand King looking to step towards the Yules. Like it this game, adds his extra bit of move speed, but also if the charge is to come in from Spirit Breaker, you could just quickly throw him up in the air and, well, kind of put a rein on that kind of parade. So with that, here's Na'Vi moving again.
It could also, you were talking about Funnick's Voidstone, right?
Yes.
That could also be a Lotus Orb.
Oh.
That is a very good item against Lion.
Oh, yes, it is, because you take off the Hex, and then you also risk him fingering himself from the Hex thereafter, because usually you just like
or Earth Spiking, and then it goes back.
That as well, because usually with one spell from the Lion, he's going to immediately just naturally follow up with the next. It's not like
it's also very good against Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, obviously, all these things getting set back. And then we could have that case where they just start charging at each other from across the map if they happen to kind of preemptively Lotus Orb themselves. And it's not like in the middle of a big hectic team fight. It's very easy to see. It's like kind of like that weird see-through kind of orby effect. But when you got things like kinetic field, static storms, you know, Witcher's flying all over the place, you could kind of look over something like that. So it's an item I'm a big fan of. Lots of teams not really kind of bring it into their arsenal quite yet, but hey, once Sand King gets that mobility tool, it is something he can always move on to thereafter. So we'll have to see. That's the good time. Around in, thinking going to balance. Palmer's going to be there, but already the damage has been done. Balance is going to be going down, but here we go. 4 Anchors looking to ascend the high ground here. They get Art Style down, but now they look to step back. Dendy charging on in, getting off the Lightning Storm onto Trixie, but it looks like 4 Anchors will make their clean escape, and they're going to be walking away with a 2-for-1 trade here. Just the 2 supports going down, but when they were behind, they're able to get that big XP boost and some extra bit of change. And your SMY now complete on the gyrocopter.
Yeah, he's going to be working on the BKB right away. Now that he had the Sanj, he probably felt like, okay, should definitely complete the SMY. I'm imagining this BKB will come up sub 30 if he continues to farm well as Trixie. Oh, that was probably not what he was looking for. Dendy could actually look to turn around on him. He's going to land. Oh, actually missed the splitter. Nice turn from Trixie. He's still dead.
Yeah.
Got glimpsed in place by Art Style. That's one of those moments where you're just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, after you cancel your charge. Because what he should have done is he should have actually just continued running instead of stopping next to Dendy and getting himself killed there.
Yeah.
We're going to see it here. You just continue running to the creep wave top, and you're safe.
Stop maybe by a secret shop and just hope you find a way.
And just
TP. Not the case this time as they're going down, but look at this, a breakout fight here, and they're going to be able to get the kill on Dendy. So look, they get redemption for their Spirit Breaker here, but now BKB going to be popped here. Coming out, Vos gets the courier, and now he's going to time-lapse his way out from here. But can he make it out? Here comes Matama Man with the help of Boogie. And it looks like your little bug is going to be able to slip away. But hey, he walks away with a big courier grab, and look at this. Trixie anticipating a bit of a long game. He's going to go for a more greedy Midas pickup on your Spirit Breaker. Well, more bashes, I guess.
It's one of the Midas carriers that the attack speed is actually really, really good on.
Yeah.
So it's still way later than he was hoping for. I think he would have liked to have it like 10 minutes ago, but he has had a pretty rough game. He's on the path of the comeback, though. If they get 1 or 2 good kills and he has a Midas, then he can definitely start having an impact. He will as well be looking for a BKB next. I think I wouldn't even say it's a bad idea for even the Wisp to consider getting a BKB, although for now probably Ghost Scepter would be a better choice because the Weaver is going to run you down. Glimmer Cape is another very good solution. As Navi, they are getting Roach the callback. It actually gives them a turnaround. They steal it? No! Perfect goal from Wyvern on Volix.
Oh man, because of that, they're not going to get what they want here. And it looks like Winter Wyvern going to be caught up on the high ground here. Both looking to dish out the right click, sweeps right behind him here, and now Dendy looking to charge on forward with the BKB already out. Can he catch a splitter if he can? And the Burrow Strike from the high ground comes in from Funning. Looking to finish off the Shadow Demon in the region. Not going to be enough from your Wisp. They're also going to get the pick. Ends up being a 3-for-2 thus far. And now they go big epi flying out from Funnick, but he is all alone on this one. No, he ends up being pushed back.
The double damage random spawn.
Okay, Havost moving on in here. Gyro already way out. Trixie making the charge onto Funnick. Gets the bump, gets the takedown, making it a 4-for-3. Havost doing the Havost thing. He's charging in the base. No, he decides to pull back. Okay.
Sanjin Yasha was really good there. He had so much move speed, actually was able to get. I'll admit it when I'm wrong. Like, that was a really good moment. All they even get was he overstayed his welcome. That's such a key kill, too. It goes to the Gyrocopter, who now suddenly almost has his second Sanjin Yasha. He's going to buy BKB, I promise. There we go. Ogre Club. What do you think? Do you think it's a halberd?
I don't want to say, because then he might actually get it.
So, yeah, he sticks around a bit too long. There's the Blink Hex into, of course, the Earth Spike follow-up, Phaser, the whole shebang.
I wonder what chat's going to have to say about that one. Might be something with the OP I think it's 4. We'll see.
Oh, it's I'm thinking of a number between 3 and 5.
Quattro. All right. Well,
C.
We'll have to see here. Is that enough to keep 4 Anchors in this game? It's certainly not as devastating as we saw in game number 2. They look to hold on for now. And we'll see. Still, nothing yet picked up new on Boogie. He got his power treads. You got your urn and your little wand. This is just your traditional tool belt for your little Wisp tool, but not enough. But oh my, that's an Agnum Scepter on your Disruptors.
Where did that come from?
Oh, he just went for that. He's like, I got Brown Boots and Agnums.
That is really, really big, because now they have the BKB counter before they're going to start really coming into play. Nemphius used his, okay, he's actually used it twice, but Gyros is going to come up fresh on a 10-second and what seems to be 100 gold So if they catch him by surprise, that could give Na'Vi a really big team fight. And they need to be careful now, because they kind of threw away a fairly big lead. They're still ahead, but look at those graphs. They lost 5,000 gold in experience in that last exchange, pretty much.
I do like the Na'Vi,
right back in it.
I do like the Na'Vi setup, though. You know, if you lead him with a curse, which is very deceptive on how long of a range it is, and he happens to catch a couple of them, it makes it almost easier for someone like Disruptor to just kind of waltz on in there. He then follows it up with that huge, now Agnum Static Storm. And then you got an Epi coming in. And then all you really need is a little, you know, Weaver to kind of clean up the act. Plus you got Dendi in the mix. Their AoE spread of damage is pretty damn ridiculous, which is hence why they probably, you know, 4Anchors put a lot of value in getting these BKBs. So they better make sure they're not going to be caught under that ridiculous stack storm at this point. Man, already 4Anchors. Is this a potential smoke to come out? We'll have to see. For now, just kind of corralled back. Anxious to see where Na'Vi are going to be coming in from. They've already been able to take a big team fight. They want to kind of keep the momentum coming their way.
Did you mention Trixie's Sanj, by the way? Because I think he is getting a halberd, actually. It's going to be really nice against the Weaver, whose BKB is almost down to 5 already. Fost has been using that very liberally. He has 6 seconds on it, so that halberd could prove to be crucial, either for forcing out a BKB or time-lapse, just if he wants to attack but not BKB any stuns at that point.
Yep.
And there it is. He also gets the evasion, which is nice. Tanks him up very nicely. He's going to charge in on Fost. The fight's going to bring out. He actually forced the BKB immediately.
Coming out. Oh, Winter's Curse is going to be catching up Epi, so your Shadow Queen going to be caught. There's the big Static Storm to their follow, and an Epi follow through from Funnick. Oh no, 4Anchors might be come back at this point now. They're able to heal up Dendi a bit.
Perfect glimpse from Artstyle as well.
Send back, and here's Funnick. Funnick could be brought down, able to throw a second away. No, Ryan is going to be going down here now. Patama trying to get out that pesky Artstyle, but no, he's going to Glimmer Cape and walk on back. Now it's Patama caught on his own, and they just turn the numbers right back around. 4Anchors already lose 4. They set it up for the 5 with the Burrow Strike, and now it is all of 4Anchors sinking. And it's Na'Vi, all still standing strong at this point. Big team fight. Now Havos did go down, but with that buyback and time-lapse back in, he is in really good shape. And here they go.
It was very important he had buyback there. If he didn't, I think Na'Vi could have ended up losing that fight, even with the great epicenter that you pointed out they got in there. Closta just died super early in the fight after popping BKB against the Spirit Breaker. But now, you know, Edict deals a lot of damage when you have minus armor on the tower from Kvost, and that's going to be a tier 3 claim by Na'Vi. Kvost is being charged, though he does not have buyback, remember. He's going to pop his BKB, still going to get nether struck and bashed again. Oh man, again!
71%, my God! And they're going to get the right click, he goes down.
Yeah, more like 71%.
This is crazy. It's that Midas, man.
Dire's top tower is under
80
attack.
seconds without a Weaver. This is time for ESC need to accomplish something.
So this was that first fight that went down. This is after Trixie led in with that initial charge, and then he had a Nether Strike follow-up onto Havos while BK beat, and, well, at that point, this is where Na'Vi kind of had getting set up with the Winter Curse, and then they had out the big AoE spread of the Static Storm, Agnum Static Storm on top of it. So then eventually thereafter, it was just cleanup duty. Just pick them off one by one. Valley thought he'd be able to get the cleanup on there, but there it is. Havos back from the dead. He moves in, gets that kill, and they end up wiping out all 5.
And Na'Vi just did such a good job in that fight kiting more than anything. They really spread out the damage nicely. They all got very low, but no one died. Well, they're looking to take a fight 4 and 5. They don't care.
Oh, the Tucker Man gets muted onto that Static Storm. Nefi, though, able to make the jump over, cleans up the support. Now they look back for Dendi. The charge comes through from Trixie. Oh, Nether Strike not going to be coming up with the Burrow sweeping in from Funnick. They are able to finish off the Milkman, and quickly 3 end up going down all day with the count of Havost. And now it's 4Anchors trying to at least bring down this tier 1.
And Na'Vi showing one of their weaknesses, I would say, which is overconfidence a lot of the time. They willingly took a 4 on 5 at their tower right there. And a lot of the times, it's one of the teams that I can remember seeing get most excited to just go in for a fight in which they're outnumbered. Just they're like, okay, we can do this, even though they're lacking their position 1 hero. And they engaged into a fight with full health, mana, and cooldowns. And that generally only goes one way. I mean, it wasn't a disaster, but they end up handing over a little bit of extra gold to 4ASC that, honestly, they just flat out shouldn't have had.
Yeah, they can't afford to be handing over easy free monies like that. And because of it, you could see already. It's
Trixie's getting super farmed. Where did that come from? Remember where he was in net worth? He was below Sand King. He was like 2K when Sand King was 5.5. He has overtaken him with Midas in a couple of good team fights, and this Spirit Breaker is looking to become a pretty dangerous core in this game. And all of a sudden, Na'Vi, they have the Lesh and Weaver still with good farm, but Spirit Breaker threatening to become a third physical damage core for ASC come mid-game. Or late game, rather. Closing in.
Hey, that Midas is working out for him. He needs to build up more and more money. So what does he go for next here on your Spirit Breaker? Considering he's building in that much farm. He's got like, what, 20-some-odd hundred gold already built up? But yeah, the BKB there. All right. Still susceptible, of course, to your Agnum Static Storm, but if he's able to lead off the fight and catch on someone like your Disruptor, it could be a different story.
And it's going to be a 10-second one once he picks it up, of course. And it's interesting to see 4SC kind of spacing them out. So Shadowfiend gets it first, uses it 2 fights. Then Gyro gets it and has used it, I think, 2 or 3 times. And now Spirit Breaker's getting it. So there's always a 10-second one going into the fight that Na'Vi actually can't deal with. I don't think they can kill a charging Spirit Breaker with BKB on. They have the Weaver with, of course, the Minus Armor from Deso. That's pretty much it. They have that and Edict.
Are we sure?
The only way I see it, Winter's Curse maybe could kill him, actually.
It's true.
Winter's Curse could get him killed from his own Gyrocopter and Shadowfiend. Dendi is slowing down a bit in this game.
Yeah, he got that Bloodstone pretty damn fast, but since then, he's got a little bit of this, a little bit of that with a point booster and a plate mail, but not being able to finish off with anything else. So, as it says here, Na'Vi kind of handing over little by little here for Anchors and their comeback factor. Your Gyrocopter, now with this Helm of the Dominator here. Have to keep on farming up at this point. Well, Havos now continues to truck on, farming on the bottom lane at this point. Do we have a while before the Roche is even back up? All right, we got about a minute or so, maybe a bit less. So you can already see both teams putting a lot of value into that, dewarding, unwarding, and we're going to see a bit of attention. Who is this Aegis more valuable for at this point? Na'Vi able to get it, they feel a lot more confident being able to continue their pressure on the 4 Anchor side. But if 4 Anchors are able to grab it, I mean, does this game almost become a split down the middle now? And it's just as much potential for 4 Anchors to kind of take it back their way.
I think it is a split down the middle right now. The lead Na'Vi have is not significant at all anymore. It's all about execution. And to be fair with you, Na'Vi have kind of been lacking it a little bit. Or at least their decision making has been questionable in the last 5 minutes or so.
Pretty much seems that they'll both catch up on the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well here comes Trixie. Right, to get himself in that area by the Roche pit as it's getting ready to come up. And for, well, Na'Vi, they continue to pressure out these lanes so they can get a bit more space in their favor. There's the Lincoln Sphere for Havost. Building for it for quite a while. How easy is it for 4 Anchors though to pop it? They already have the mana drain to easily take it down. Charge removes it pretty much globally. So is it going to be a big deal for this Lincolns to even be in the side of Havost on his Weaver? I feel like it's something that could be easily be popped from the side of 4 Anchors, but
it allows him to maybe react to a Blink Hex. Because if you need to blink Mana Drain Hex, you have like that extra little bit of time in which you might be able to get it off. So I guess that's what he's building it for. I also don't think it's that good here, but he might feel forced into it since he's getting controlled so much in these fights.
Yeah.
He's only got 3 deaths. I thought he died more, but the times he survives, he doesn't get to do so much in the fights. Get forced out very quickly at the 4ASC side.
Another D-ward here, both sides very close to this Roche, and looks like they're going to head up to the Tumble and continue to farm up here on the Tumble Man. So we'll see next. This kind of game for your Gyrocopter to just continue trucking on forward, finishing out possibly your Satanic on top of his Helm of the Dominator already. He's got about 2k gold saved up. Just looking to build in a bit more damage, or does he hold off for now and maybe consider going for an MKB at this point? It's not like
Butterfly is really good for a couple of reasons. It's good against the Weaver, who doesn't have an MKB yet. And I think it also works against Winter's Curse, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you still have the evasion against your own allies while you're cursed. I'm not 100% on that, though.
I don't think it will say there if it mutes or not, but I would be pretty certain it does not mute.
I think it doesn't mute, so There's some value to that.
Well, here's Navi already in deep.
And also you can flutter, so he can actually he can run the same speed as the Weaver when he has flutter running. So it's pretty decent.
Okay, we'll see here.
This is a big play. Sonneiko might almost die before we even get started. He has to Glimmer Cape defensively because Roshan is in a bad mood today.
Bashing the hell out of him. He is going to step back and heal on up here. Now they pull out. He's just getting it. And they just take it for free. Uh-oh.
Oh, and a bit of bonus on the side.
They get the Yules off, and it makes for an easy kill onto your Lion. And it's not like he has a buyback right now to just kind of come back and try to get a fight their way. He's out for 50 seconds. Ooh. I mean, was there potential there for 4Anchors to try to interject and get something going? It just seemed like the opportunity wasn't there for them, and they had to sack it. But if they knew they weren't going to be able to take it, I mean, maybe they should have stepped away and just continued to farm and wait for Navi to make this kind of push. But because they did nothing, they just get punished for it. Now, look at this. Funny sets up a beautiful Burrow strike right on the Nephi, which leads to an average Static Storm. They're going to be cleaning him up. He's out, no buyback. Oh, this is disastrous for 4Anchors, but Tama may be forced to BKB and step back. Trixie muscles his way in, able to finish off that Disruptor, but he already used everything he could. A brief sidestep relocate is not going to save out Matama Man, so he's going to be forced to immediately buy back. They're looking to make it go onto Trixie. Trixie could be brought down, gets one last bash before he does get dropped. He has no buyback himself. Funnick with a nice two-man Burrow strike. There's going to be Aegis used. Pavosh charges on in, looking to pop the whips, gets that kill, makes it a double kill for him. Now he's looking to go for Matama Man. If he's taken down, that's a dieback for him. Alex able to get off the finger onto Havos, but Havos still stands. And with that, he's going to be able to crawl away. Now Matama Man looking to re-engage. Going to take down the call down. Good damage on the Havos. The missile going to get that here. Weber's going to save it, but they're still going to get the kill nonetheless. Matama Man still looking to hold strong. Gets his own double, but that's his dieback. And now it's Funnick, barely alive. Valix not going to pursue. Or is he? Oh, he's going to blink and make it on out. It's not there. Ends up being a 3 for 4. But it did cost some buybacks on the side of 4Anchors, and that... Oh.
No, he didn't know. I think he wasn't aware that Sand King was actually out of mana for absolutely everything. I think he couldn't even Sandstorm there, and of course the Blink Dagger was on cooldown from taking hero damage, as now he's looking to steal a kill as bonus.
Deja vu. Maybe he was worried what happened in that mid lane fight not that long ago where he thought he was going to get the kill on Funnick and just turning it right back on him with the Burrow strike. So
we're going to see this Burrow jump from Funnick is really crucial. They chain it up nicely with Dandy before Nymphy BKBs. The relocate again for Boogie. Too late. Yep. He gets it off here. He's got to be faster in these relocates in every fight, it seems like. Now, considering how far behind already in the fight for ASCR, they're actually getting a pretty decent fight out of it all in all. I thought the game was pretty much going to end here, but Summerman dealt a lot as Dendy gets caught out.
Oh, wow. That was a relocate to the mid lane.
A lot of charges.
Oh, Funnick, though, closing the gap forward. Luke on forward. Gets the start to Trixie. Tricky now gets Trixie. Don't let TP, BKB. No, not happening. Winter's Curse going to lock him right there. And they get the glimpse back into a Static Storm, but that has no kinetic kill, so Nephi gets to be walking right out from it. And look at this. Trixie still holds strong. Funnick going to step back with a Burrow and his Epi. Self-Yules. And he's able to blink away. Both sides, they train back and forth. Now Trixie's able to burst away. No! Gets caught with the Burrow strike. You're not going anywhere. He's going to go down. This is a bit of a hot mess coming on out. This led in with 4Anchors, starting off with a good pick onto Dendy's Leshrek, but they end up losing Trixie as well. So,
what a roller coaster.
It really is.
Trixie does have buyback if Navi try to push this as, this charge.
Ooh, no. Denied. Blocks him right off. Makes for an easy cleanup.
Now they're going to be pushing out the mid lane here. If they wanted to, they could try for mid. I don't know. Does Dendy have Boots of Travel? Because, yes, he does. They might have been tempted to try for that, to be honest, with Trix on the sidelines, but he is one of the heroes that still does have buyback for the Dire. And maybe the Navi are thinking, okay, let's calm it down a little bit. Let's buy our items. Dendy currently sitting on 5,000 gold, probably going to finish his Shiva's Guard with the plate mail he has. I mean, I can imagine a couple of the other heroes also sitting on some decent amount of current gold. I'm trying to find it. There we go. Yeah, actually, the heroes are actually very rich right now, so... Yep, then he's going to buy something. He is out of current gold. That's his Shiva's Guard, I do believe, flying down. Or it's, alright, Octarine Core completed. And there's no AA in this game, so he's definitely going to be healing.
Yeah, no AA Ice Blast this go around. That means comes all the extra sustain, all the extra hit points. Very good grab. Alright. Can they hold here? It's game 3. Na'Vi feeling pretty damn close to securing that trip to Seattle. Would not be a TI. It feels almost without Na'Vi being there, but that might not be the case. And look at that Funnick able to finish out his sheep stick.
He is so rich on that sinking.
Really is.
He overtook Trixie again. That's a pretty good inventory on minute 43 sinking.
Pretty good.
Glimpse. BKB.
Broken.
Right? Wait, whoa.
I mean, we didn't see it, but I imagine so. But I don't see a BKB used. Was it on? So, okay, here we go. Throw that in. But they charge on back. They immediately take out the disruptor. So this is going to be a static storm. They follow it up. Then he got blown the hell up, even with all that extra life from the Octane core. It looks like it didn't matter at all.
Holy shit, he died fast.
All right, I need to see that one again. That was crazy. Was that just the gyrocopter putting in the work?
I think the finger...
He immediately take out the disruptor. So this is going to be a static storm. They follow it up. Then he got blown the hell up. Good bump back.
Right, keep an eye on him.
He gets hit with the burrow, and yeah.
That was a great bash, too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ice Frog.
Trixie's pretty lucky, I should say. Man, so that's going to save more time now for 4 anchors.
Dendy's Bloodstone is dropping really low. It's starting to become a really useless item, actually. Well, it's still good, right? But down to 2 charges, the respawn time isn't going to benefit him pretty much at all anymore. He's losing quite a bit of steam. Corelish Rack is still super good late game, but I don't know if he can overcome this triple BKB trio that 4AFC have running this time with really hard single target damage.
And we saw there, MKB picked up on your gyro as if he didn't hit hard enough. Now, we'll see. Just onto the lane here. Trixie has been doing quite the showing here on the Spirit Breaker, I have to say.
Yeah, especially, like, the really impressive thing is his early game was really not good. He had a very hard time, but he's pulled it back when it really mattered. There's a Daedalus for the Weaver. Okay. So Close is going to start hitting very hard as well, and this is the kind of thing I feel like where Winter Wyvern could just be the absolute MVP for the remainder of it. Cold Embrace becomes exponentially more relevant now, where the heroes are hitting so extremely hard, but it's still a full damage block. Winter's Curse starts dealing so much damage because everyone's scaling so well. Sonneiko has to play a good game for Na'Vi now. I think, again, we're back to what should be a pretty close game. There's still a fairly good gold lead for Na'Vi at the current point in time, but we still got this feeling that any sort of decent initiation for 4AFC with this gyro getting some free hit is probably going to win them the fight if Cold Embrace does not make a difference, as well as the Curse.
It felt like the initiation they had in the last game was to focus down the Disruptor, take him out of the equation, fast. He's only committed to getting like the boots and ags. Now he's able to get at least a cloak, but he's still pretty frail at the point that he can't really be in the mix, taking all those shots from the Flak Cannon, from the Shadow Fiend. So if he's taken out of the equation, especially before he's able to get off a Static Storm, that's a huge boost for them. And with that, they were able to follow it up with that kill on Dendy as well. So, yeah, it's feeling like it's coming down to execution from both sides. They have very solid initiation on both fronts, and it's a matter of which team is going to be able to get that small window of opportunity to really just kind of, burst on through and take the game on their side. But we'll have to see. Looks like attention back towards the Roche pit at this point. Na'Vi already there. You see the charge is on your Disruptor, which will be canceled. And this could be another stall-up period till then. 4 anchors last time let Na'Vi take it. In fact, got even picked off, if I remember correctly. Valix got dropped at that point, but we'll have to see what's going to happen with this time. Big Aegis for either team.
Is there going to be any key item that has an impact on this impending team fight coming up? Trixie is about 2,000 away from Akiras for the Dire. I think pretty much the only core right now that's very rich or very close. Shadow Fiend might actually be able to get his Butterfly, which I think would be a really big difference maker. Of course, the Static Storm should actually remove the evasion from that, since it's muted, I would imagine.
I would imagine too, yeah.
I am not sure. I can't remember which stats you keep, because obviously you keep the agility and the damage and everything. I don't know if the evasion is counted as a part or not. That's a good question. I'm sure some people know that and can let us know in 5 minutes when it's too late. And what do we got for Na'Vi? Weaver sitting on 3k gold. Lesh not making too much progress right now. Sand King is still got the same amazing inventory as he did 4 minutes ago. And Wyvern with the Veil and another 2,000. I'm not sure what we're looking at for Sonneiko in this particular game as his next item. Force Staff, I think, wouldn't be half bad to have in general on the Na'Vi side, which decided to only get one on the Sand King.
I mean, he also could be one to maybe potentially grab something like a Lotus Orb, but
Yeah, that could be good.
Start off. I mean,
I still think they really should be getting an orb.
yeah.
I feel like Phronix Yules has really been that impactful, to be honest. The Lotus Orb could have made for some really big plays.
Okay, Nymphy could be overextended. They think they have an easy go on. Over there, BKB, and on the other side, you can see the Stack Storm is going to be dropped. The Glyph's back. It's going to push on Boogie, but now Trixie in the mix. The curse is going to go on to him, and they're going to be right-clicking each other. Actually, he's able to punish down the Gyrocopter because of that curse. Now it's Trixie caught out with the splitter. Denny looking to charge up forward, but Trixie didn't get the charge up. Moving right past Phronix and out to safety here. Ends up being a one-for-one trade. Each core, the big damage dealer for both sides, going down at this point. Now, seconds before Roche is going to be popping on up.
I would love to have a replay of that right-hand side of the fight. I think you were mainly focused on the left, but there was a battle between Hvost as well as the Lion and Shadow Fiend. There a little bit of a skirmish going on off to the side. I hope we can get to see that again. Maybe we don't have time. The Lion.
And they're going to be right-clicking each other. Actually, he's able to punish down the a Lotus Orb, but
Yeah, that could be good.
Nymphy could be overextended. They think they have an easy go on. Over there, BKB, and on the other side, you can see the Stack Storm is going to be dropped. The Glyph's back. It's going to push off Boogie, but now Trixie in the mix. The curse is going to go on to him, and they're going to be right-clicking each other. Actually, he's able to punish down the Gyrocopter because of that curse. Now it's Trixie. 4 Anchors happy to always kind of take that brawl, showing that they're not ready to kind of have a game with their backs against the wall. And it's
ballsy play from Nymphy.
Yeah, he's first in the pit here.
Weaver has buyback and time-lapse again now. And Na'Vi might have seen this. Have they? They have not got any vision in this area.
Oh man, no anyway. They got the Epi, they're going to be leading in with it. Now they got the vision with the help of the charge coming out from Trixie. Epi BKB'd up. It's right inside the stacks from Trixie, though, being the bouncer from the pit, able to lock down the 3 of them here. The Requiem able to go on off, so they're going to get the kill. Hvost never buying back and trying to get a part of this fight. But look at this, so they're able to hold their own. Trixie going to be forced to retreat, and it looks like now it's Dendy looking to take over the pit, but Trixie is back, and with it, the buyback comes from Boogie. Now, look at this, they're relocating in from behind. They're going to be taking in Matama Man here.
Nice stun from Dendy.
Big stun leads to a Winter's Curse. Even the neutral getting on the action here. And now Matama Man charged up. BKB brings out the call down, and they can take it away. The relocate's going to send them right on back, and now it's Alex on the run with Trixie here. And it looks like it's really big impact now.
And this is a Roche for Na'Vi.
And now, yeah, because of that, they're going to move right into the pit and just finish off what was once started from 4 Anchors. And they're going to be the ones with the Aegis.
They're going to give it to Weaver. Then he takes the cheese. He could buy his Shiva's guard now. With the cheese, he might feel confident that he doesn't need a buyback. And he does.
It does not.
Mute does not remove evasion. All right.
Yeah, I knew it. It's just like one of those things that you feel like there's like those tiny little discipline rules. Well, now with that, 4 Anchors, they'll get their Shadow Fiend back in 15 seconds time, but Na'Vi obviously got to feel confident on this having the 6th man on their side with that Aegis. But I don't know. 4 Anchors have shown that they are able to hold strong. What is their primary target at this point? It's obvious that Na'Vi are going to eventually come to their side. Is it once again trying to isolate, take out someone like the Disruptor first and foremost? But
I think if they kill him before the storm, that's actually very, very important. So I would say so. Either you jump and kill the Disruptor fast, or the Sand King. Or well, there's just so many problems they need to address. I feel like the Wyvern in these last couple of fights, the Cold Embrace has really been huge as it needed to be for the Radiant. So he could also be a good pick. Might actually be the best. Even if you get caught in the Static Storm, if you've at least pre-popped your BKBs and blown up the Wyvern, you start having free targets that your Gyro can just lay into.
4 Anchors rid of that. High ground vision ward. Their mid lane racks already exposed at this point. They got to look to hold on here. Otherwise, they will be paying a trip to that lower bracket. Here comes Na'Vi. Obviously, they're going to let Havos do his thing out in front. He's got the time lapse ready to go. Still with an Aegis in hand. Oh, the rocket's coming. Stop it. Get it, Denny. Got it. But it's not going to stop Na'Vi from pushing in. One little rocket's not going to be enough. This is just a very delicate time, especially for 4 anchors. Another rocket, look out!
Get it, Dandy.
Get it, Dandy. Get it. Get it, Dandy. He got it. Hit him with another one, Matama Man.
Let's go, round 3.
All right, they pop the link. It's immediately followed with the hex. There's the stun. Lead in from Sonneiko. But he's not going to lead in there. First situation of a couple man, but the Requiem is able to fly out. Huge damage on your Winter Wyvern. Can they get the Disruptor? He's able to get the stag split, but it's not an effective one. Now Matama Man and Nempi both charge on in. It's 2 split fights. The big Nempi filing on forward. Not going to be finishing him around. This is a hold coming out from 4 anchors. A desperate TP comes out from Dendy to get him back into the base. Him and Havos, the only one standing. And my oh my. It looks like they were.
Alex might be trying for this blink. This chase could be not over yet, and Kvos just starts farming in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
Blink is available. He could blink Hex.
Blink. Oh, and forces up the BKB. He's going to turn onto him here. Here comes that relocate. Havos could be in trouble. This BKB is going to be going down here, and they jump on forward. They're going to get Havos. So that's just the Aegis life. Now they're looking to sweep in. They'll surround him. Now leading it in. They started off with a stun. They got him down. Now that forces up the buyback in that time lapse. He's actually already low on life. He's going right back into the fight here. Denny leads in, big splitter. Matama Man gonna get zoned back. They're able to finish up Trixie. Here comes back Havos. Okay, now Boogie sweeps on in. Gonna be able to heal Matama Man. Nemfi.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Man, oh man. That was scary.
These fights are super tense. Now, Na'Vi end up losing 2 and buying back 2 as well, so losing a lot of gold there.
Dyer's
As
bottom
for ASC,
tower
bought
is
back
under
no
attack.
one, I believe. They actually just took a pretty clean fight there. Actually, maybe no. No buyback. Kvos can't make a mistake in the next 6 minutes. Else he's out for 2 minutes and they're going to lose probably a lane, if not even more. Needs to be very careful. They do back the Wyvern to try to save Kvos on the Aegis life, but it was too late.
It was another fight where 4 anchors.
See Hani writing a 4 in his notebook. He's taking notes for the post-game analysis.
Okay, as we see here, they get the first life of Havos down. He obviously comes back now. They're going to quickly burst him down. It does cost them a lot. They already commit their call down and everything. And with that, there's
that
the
buyback could have. Oh my god,
yeah,
that's so ice cold. I can't believe he did it.
Yeah, he bought back at time lapse where he only had about half life remaining, but he is able to make it up to the north. Now, Dendy cleanups the rest of Trixie, and you see that they are going to be able to make it away with Matama Man and company, but that could have gone very different and very bad for Na'Vi. But works for them, they're able to hold out. And in the fight push on the mid lane, 4 anchors once again were able to target both the Wyvern and the Disruptor right away. Wyvern was brought down almost immediately, almost stalled out a bit with his own Yules. Disruptor was able to get off a Stag Storm, but it was a very ineffective one. So once they're able to get those 2 backstab out, and it's their opportunity to kind of clean up the rest. But as you said before, these fights are very, very tense.
We've got a situation where the current gold is going to start being important because heroes need to have gold for buyback and they need to be able to get those next items, and that's just favoring the Dire pretty clearly. Gyro could start building toward his next item as well as having a buyback at the same time. Currently a 3,000 surplus on him. Question is what Matamba looks for.
I mean, when does it get to possible rapier territory? I mean, I know there's no luxury of getting an Aegis anytime soon here, but hold that thought. They look to move in. Meanwhile, they're getting the charge on the mid lane, trying to go for the Wyvern as they zone back to Boast on the high ground. As you can see on the left-hand side, Nempi starts charging forward, looking to finish off Sonneiko. Not going to get in. Lubrication walks on the way. Catches up Disruptor, who does go down, gets his stacks from off, but there's going to be relocate back to the other side here. Now they move on forward. They're going to be able to get the pick onto Funnick. They take 2 from Na'Vi. Trixie going to get sewn back right here, but not finished off. So here comes 4 anchors. Now looking to sweep on forward. Nephi committing the blink. Are they going to be able to get the catch here? Oh, Trixie, thought about doing with the charge, but it is going to be canceled. So they grab the Disruptor and the Sand King both out, no buyback, but it's not enough where 4 anchors can really move into the base.
Yeah, they could have. I think they could have looked to take the tier 2 here, at least with their 5-on-3. And even if Na'Vi have buybacks on those 2 heroes, I don't even know if it's. I guess it's possible they could have. Yeah, maybe just play it safe actually. Oh, is Shadow Fiend looking to hit it a little bit? No. Going back the other way. Now, gold, once again, ready to be used. Shadow Fiend, 5.2k, Gyro, bought something. He bought, I guess, an Eagle Song? No, he's getting his full Satanic flown out. Tanking up nicely. Will have a very easy time healing up with his Satanic, I feel. The only way he doesn't heal is if the target is cold embraced, in which case I do believe it doesn't work because you don't deal damage, so you don't lifesteal. But in any other situation, he should have fairly easy access to hitting heroes. I think Navi's currently playing without any Ghost Scepter, which is honestly pretty surprising when you're facing a Gyro, Shadow Fiend, Spirit Breaker 60 minutes in. Ghost Scepters become extremely valuable. Either that or the Force Staffs we talked about earlier. Could see Dendi even looking to maybe make an E-Blade in his cheese slot. I feel like they really need some more physical protection for their heroes. They just die too fast. Dendi's going to spot Matumba, and vice versa. No. Going for the Shiva.
Oh, now he's
going in.
Oh, he's going in with his BKB pop. And same with Matumba Man here. He's looking out the right click. Got to get the help from the Embrace. Now, call down on top, but not going to be very effective. Once they get the help from the Glimmer Cape here. Throw out a casual rocket as they step back. The Rose are going to move off board here. Neffy pops his own BKB, and now they charge in. Link is Requiem going to do work with the Vision Phonic. They sure can. And now, as the stacks are going to be dropped right on above, it looks like they're going to be zoned back. Arctile going to be easily cleaned up here from Matumba Man as he charges on forward for Hibos. Meanwhile, you can see Dendi looking to move on in. Neffy got to be bursting apart right now. He gets his own mega kill streak. He's looking to clean up the Wisp. Meanwhile, Hibos getting focused back. Gets hit with the rocket. Balak's looking to soak up some mana so he can follow on through with some more lockdown. There's the bump on in. Hibos going to be caught out here. The rocket going to catch with the cold embrace. Got to keep him alive for now. They're waiting for him to kind of melt on through. Sakuchi, they move in, they get the grab, Lion goes down, a Ghost on the run, another rocket's gonna be there, will it catch him from behind? No. He's gonna be popped for that, another cold embrace coming up from Sonneiko, now they want to rip the dragon, they'll be able to burst him down here, a call down flies through, and Dendi looking to charge on in, gets the cleanup, taking out Pookie, and now Matumba Man trying to go for the TP, not gonna be there, gets caught with the Split Earth, and it's now Na'Vi who come out on top.
Alright, I think Sonneiko just won that fight 4 times in a row.
That was
Cold Embrace Glimmer Cape 4 times in a row. He saves Ghost, who's playing it super aggressively. I want to say he's playing it too aggressively, but he gets away with it when they have this combination of heroes and abilities. And wow, that was absolutely incredible from the Wyvern, and really goes to show why he needs to be targeted down first from 4 ASC. He saved that so hard. They do not have a gem against the Glimmer Cape. They do not manage to lock him down and take him out, which they could have honestly done like 30 seconds earlier. Most just spawned a shitload of time. Buybacks coming out from line as well as Gyro.
And now Trixie looking to charge on in, but another Cold Embrace going to be there here for Dendi. And once they see the one buyback come out, only from the line for now, they'll step back a bit, but then they want to re-engage. It looks like Warren is sacrifice this mid-Rax here. They only have 5 seconds left on the Shadow Fiend, so they might as well wait this one out. He's still gone, 20 seconds, no buyback for him. Roche now up here. So Na'Vi,
oh my,
they go for it.
God, where did that come from?
Suddenly a wild refresher appears on your Winter Wyvern. Double Cold Embrace, double Winter's Curse. One was enough, but now
he has to die first before ASC. I think Sonneiko, he has really been stepping it up when it mattered the most in this game, and now he's got a much easier time performing his tasks.
For Na'Vi, they're just going to drop everything right on their head. It is absolute chaotic destruction for them. Unfortunate timing, epic cleanup. Oh man,
over.
The ship has sunk. A desperation couple of buybacks coming out for Shadow Fiend and Trixie on his Spirit Breaker. But I think the damage had already been done. What convenient timing. 4 anchors clearly anticipating that Na'Vi were going to be already working with that Roche, but no. They were right there at the secret shop. Ready, willing, and able.
That was actually a 0 gold difference going into that fight. That could have been... It's unbelievable. Like, there's no difference in gold, and it's the 5-0. Just, it's positional advantage and nothing else. And Na'Vi just completely destroyed them with their ability usage here.
has fallen.
Oh man, that was the fight to end all fights.
Dyer's
And with
ancient
it, they
is
wipe
under
out the tier 4 middle and right for the jungler Trixie. His last hopes as he charged on in, able to bump them back. There's your first Winter's Curse, Sonneiko. He looks to follow it up with more. Nemphy gonna get dropped, and that is the game. There was hope there for a while for 4 Acres to hold strong. They did good work isolating and catching out the supports there for a couple of the pushes, but then that long-winded fight over on the side, you saw Sonneiko do embrace after embrace with glimmer after glimmer. And it was like after the 4th time on Havos, they finally turned back towards Sonneiko and they're like, that's it, we've had enough. But by then it was just too late. Man.